Hello, everybody. So my name is Sharnae, and Happy New Year's first and foremost. I'm coming on today because I want to talk about my eye journey. I lost my vision due to retinal detachment back in 2006. And previously, within the last year, I had to have an enucleation, get my eye removed due to some pain that I was having. So after it was removed in the beginning of October, I decided to continue on and do a prosthetic eye. So I got that procedure done on November the 19th, I believe, or the 20th. But anyway, in the middle of November, I was able to get my prosthetic eye, and so far so good. And I just kind of wanted to do a video because I've noticed that as I was searching for content on different I just wanted to see others' experiences on what they went through with the process of getting a prosthetic eye and even the enucleation. And I couldn't find really anything. I mean, I've seen a lot of videos with doctors explaining the procedure, how the procedure works, or people like me that got the prosthetic eye and they were just showing the different type of eyes they had and things like that. But I kind of wanted to see an in-depth experience. Like, I wanted to know how people felt mentally, physically, and things of that nature. And I couldn't find anything. So I was like, okay, let me do a video to explain how I felt in the process. So I'm gonna go back to when I lost my eye. I was 18. I just had my son. And one day I just put my hand over my eye and I realized I cannot see anything. But I was dealing with a lot with my son and his birth. He had a lot of complications. So I was so indulged in him that I didn't even think about getting care for myself. So by the time I went, it's about a year later, so 2007, I finally went in and I was just like, you know, the doctor told me, yeah, you have a retinal detachment. And I'm like, well, can I fix it? Is it too late? And he was like, yeah, you waited too late to us to reattach your retina. So I was cool with it. I could still see out my good eye. So I was fine with it. You know, it didn't really affect me until the 2022. My eyes started aching real bad. As I looked around, it would just throb really bad. It would be nice. I had to lay in the bed at night or during the day in the dark because it was just aching so bad. Sensitivity to light was a big thing. It was just a lot of pressure. So me and my ophthalmologist decided, let's go ahead and get this eye out. It's that time. So we got it set up, and surprisingly, it was a week out. They were like, we got a spot for next week. Do you want it? And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. So I went out of work for about a month and a half. We got the enucleation. The first 2 weeks was feeling like I was before, like achy eye and all of that. So after the first 2 weeks, though, I was good. I felt no pain at all. It was such a peace of mind. The pathologist looked at my eyeball, and what they found was calcium build up on my eye. So that was causing the pain. As you know, calcium, it gets hard like a rock. So just imagine calcium on your eyeball. So yeah, so got the eye, felt at peace. You know, it was a lot mentally, just knowing that I don't have an eye in my sockets. It's crazy because I've been blind all those years. Over 16 years I've been blind. And it was just such a different feeling to have no eye at all. It was just red. Every time I looked in the mirror at myself, I'm just looking like, oh my gosh, I really don't have an eye now. Like, it was just a lot of like insecurities. I had to kind of build my confidence up, that's something I had to do in the beginning with the retinal detachment, because after so long with the retinal detachment, you know, your eye, when you go blind, your eye is sick. So it turns gray, the lid starts to close. And I used to wear my hair like Aaliyah. I used to have my swoop, honey. You couldn't tell me nothing. But I got to a point with the retinal detachment in the beginning. I got to a point where I was like, this is me. I'm going to wear my hair out of my face. And if people say something, they just say something. Sometimes I would explain, sometimes I wouldn't. But I got to a point where I was confident in who I was, even with my eye during a retinal detachment. So I had to gain that again with the enucleation. I had to get that confidence back again. So I ended up going back to work. And, you know, and my way of getting through it was talking about it. I would tell people, show people my eye. People were just so amazed. And I just kind of got a joy of educating people and talking to people about it. Because people had so many questions. They were so intrigued. And it didn't bother me. The questions didn't bother me. It made me feel good that I can help educate people about what I was going through. And definitely me being so young, y'all. I'm 35. So with me being so young going through this, a lot of people my age like, wow, you don't expect stuff like that. I feel you only expect stuff like that in older people. So me being so young, my peers were just so like at all. And I was cool with just telling them about it. So anyway, boom, enucleation, I'm getting back together, So now it's time for the prosthetic eye. Oh, again, I'm super excited about it. But it was, I got that done on the 19th, and surprisingly, it was a quick process, a 1-day process that I had to go through, and it was a lot to get used to as well, like kind of the enucleation. It was a lot to process. I'm happy with the results. The doctor was amazing. In and out. Again, 1-day process. It feels a little uncomfortable. It feels a little kind of like dry eye. You know what I'm saying? You got your eye and you put your eye drops in. So it feels like that. Now they did give me drops. They were like silk drops. So it's like an oily consistency. So she gave me that to put in. So I've been using that like crazy. Again, this was done in the middle of November. So I'm feeling better now. I don't have to use the drops as much, but it's a lot to get used to. As you see, I have the eye in now. It does, I'm still kind of getting used to it because I know it doesn't fully move. I look in the mirror sometimes and I'm like, I could see it just staring straight ahead, and on the other eye looking. So it kind of bothers me a little bit after I get a little emotional. But it does kind of bother me a little bit. But I'm happy. I'm thankful for where I am now. It's just going to take some time to get used to. So, again, I go back in March to see the doctor. And she is going to look at it, make sure everything looks good. If you need to adjust anything, she can. So just making it. I'm just making it. Every day I'm getting used to it. Again, mentally, I think it's still a lot for me. I'm super thankful. I don't want to sound like I'm not grateful or anything. I definitely am grateful. But like I said, it's just gonna take some time to get used for. Everything has been such a blessing, so quick. Process was way smoother. I have to give all glory to God because he allowed the process to really go as smoothly as he did. I had some hurdles that I was able to overcome, and I'll explain that a little later. But yeah, that's basically what I've been through over the past 16, 17 years. So any questions, you guys just let me know. And I'm really looking forward to talking to you guys. Thank you.